listening to Into the Arena, a Hunger Games podcast sparking the fandom one episode at a time, with your hosts, Holly and Emily. Special thanks for music by Sam Cushion.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 21 of Into the Arena. I'm Emily.
And I'm Holly.
And today we have a very special guest with us at Hunger Games _fanboy on Instagram. We've been really wanting to have a third person on the show for a while, so I'm glad that this finally worked out.
I am honored. Be your first guest.
We're so happy. Honestly, I have to say, when we first started our Instagram account, I think Jerry was one of the first 30 people that followed us.
Because I saw the TikToks and I was like, oh, they look cool. And so I followed the TikTok first and then I followed Instagram.
Yay!
Yeah, I was like, oh my gosh, Jerry has almost 18,000 followers. Why is he following us?
Too cool for us.
Yeah, but it just means you're super on Instagram and in the fandom and up with what's going on, even new small accounts being created, which is awesome.
We are gonna jump in with a pregame. We haven't done a pregame in a hot second here, but what I don't know anything better to do today than get to know Jerry in a rapid fire questions.
Oh,
no
boy.
Explanations.
Yeah.
You just go.
Okay.
Jerry had no idea, by the way.
I'm ready.
So Emily, do you want to switch back and forth? I'll do the first question, you do the second. We'll just go through them.
Okay. Yeah, you start.
Okay, and you cannot explain any of
No
these.
Explanations.
Okay.
Well, we might ask some explanations afterward.
Oh, okay.
Okay, what's your favorite book from the series?
Catching Fire.
Favorite movie?
Catching Fire.
Favorite soundtrack?
Favorite soundtrack? I'd have to say, Catching Fire again. I'm kind of basic.
Favorite
Fire.
three.
There's so many good songs in Catching Fire.
Catching Fire.
Okay, if you could have any prop from the movies, what would you pick?
Ooh, and prop. I'd love the flag, the flag on top of the Justice Building. That'd be really cool.
Whoa.
Do you have one? Do you have one?
That's my pick.
Oh.
Wow.
We're gonna fight for it.
Oh,
okay.
Boy.
And some of these questions are questions that Emily and I argue about and have argued about in some of our last episodes. So here's a classic one. Who do you think would win in a battle without any weapons? Would it be Katniss and Finnick versus Peta and Joanna? Who would win? No weapons.
I honestly think Katniss and Finnick.
Okay, if you could interview anyone from the movies, who would it be?
Sam Claflin. He's just
No explanation needed.
No explanation.
Yeah, no explanation. Okay, here's a hot topic between Emily and I. Did you like Lenny Kravitz as Cinna?
I didn't have a problem with him.
Yeah. Good answer.
And if you could have a spin-off book about anything in the world of Panem, what would it be about?
The actual Dark Days, takes place during the Dark Days. I want to know everything.
Wow, perfect. Get to know Jerry, everyone. Yeah.
I loved all your answers.
Yeah, that was great.
I feel like we were in sync.
I love it.
But I am gonna fight you for that flag.
Oh boy. Okay.
That's my favorite shot from the first movie, is when she turns her head and there's the flag above. Oh, I just love it. I get chills.
Well, we're just gonna jump right into our conversation now with HG Fanboy, and we'll just ease in. I want to know when you were first introduced to the Hunger Games, because you've been in the fandom for a really long time.
Yeah, I had my page since HG Fanboy since 2013. I learned about it in middle school. I was in English class and a group of girls were talking about how the Hunger Games being turned into a movie. And I was like, Hunger Games, this looks like a cool name. And for our summer reading, they had the Hunger Games on there. And the movie came out in March. This is 2012. And so I picked up the book from the library and I just fell in love. And then in the fall of 2012, I made an account with the username President Snow Hater. And I just posted memes about President Snow, and that evolved in July 2013 the HG Fanboy after I saw a post from one of my favorite accounts back then called Your Little Rue. And she was like, hey, I'm going to start a group chat with Hunger Games fans because that weekend was the release of the theatrical trailer of Catching Fire, and there was like a countdown. And so she all just made a group chat, and I like that's where I found my first few friends in the fandom.
Oh.
Yeah.
So cute.
I'm kind of curious, like, why did you choose Instagram as the platform for you to have like a fan page?
That was the app I used the most, and I followed a few fan pages like Your Little Rue, and there was another one who was another fanboy. That's where I got the name from the fanboys because I didn't know like fanboy as a term, but there was fangirls, so yeah. And his username was I love Hunger Games, and so I followed them. I was like, hey, I could have an account too because I like the Hunger Games too.
Mm-hmm. That's awesome.
It's just so interesting. And like all three of us started on like kind of different platforms.
Yeah, like Tumblr was big back in the day too. I had Tumblr
that was
too.
me.
That's where we started off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, back in like 2011.
Oh.
Yeah. But it's interesting how, I don't know, it seems like some fandoms, they all tend to be in the same place, but I feel like the Hunger Games was very like all over the place.
Right.
Or maybe it was kind of popular in a period of time where there was a lot of transition between like what platform was most popular.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like I feel like the fandoms are completely different on different platforms. Like the Instagram fandom is different from the Twitter fandom, and Twitter fandom is different from like Tumblr or back in the day Tumblr. And there's even Vine with a bunch of video editors, and so
Hunger Games Vine.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I missed that.
Yeah.
And now Hunger Games TikTok.
Oh yes. So those TikToks from last year were pretty funny.
Yeah. I was gonna ask you, did you ever use like the Hunger Games Arena website or any of those like weird websites that I used?
I remembered the Hunger Games Explorer, and you had
Okay.
like your own like profiles and like seeing like a card, and it showed like what district you were from, and I was somehow always from District 3, but on the map, like the official map, I would usually be either District 8 or 11 because I'm from South Carolina, but like my city, well, the whole state's underwater. But yeah, the closest one would be District 11 or District 8.
Sweet. That's awesome.
That was
yeah,
like
we should have asked
the
that
official
question.
thing, right?
Yeah, I think that was official.
Holly, did you ever do that where you got like your little like ID card?
Yeah.
Wait, what district were you?
I don't even remember, to be honest. I really have
District
no
10.
idea. Of course.
I even have a little like bag still. Like there was all this merch from like Cafe Press that you could like just get all different sorts of things with like your name and your district on it. So I have a little canvas bag with Emily District 10.
Oh.
I love that. Yeah, going to the fandom back in 2012, 2013.
Back in
me just like arguing with other people on these blog posts, being like, I'm the biggest Hunger Games fan, I'm gonna beat you up, blah, blah, blah. Like literally the Hunger Games Arena website used to have, I don't know if you ever used it. Emily did not use it, and I'm obsessed.
I knew about it, but yeah, I was never
so like
there
was like a leaderboard of like top fans, and it was based on like how much you posted, how much you like interacted every single week, and I held that spot for a solid like 2 years. And I was like, nobody else is gonna get up to me, nobody's gonna be as elite as I am.
I am
like
number
middle
one.
school me, literally. I was
so
the
Holly,
chosen one.
like what happened there? Did you just like stop going to it one day, or did it just like disband, or what?
It just isn't online anymore. I've looked for it. I think I just like stopped going, but it was a routine every day before school. I'd wake up when we had the trailer, I'd watch the trailer, I would rehearse the lines, and then I would log in, and then I'd go and assault people on the internet and be like blah 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 blah, and then I'd be number one on this leaderboard, and then go to school. Middle school. So yeah, I want to find somebody who knows like what this website was.
You made it up, Holly. It was all just a dream.
What if it was a fever dream? Oh my gosh.
And
I
it wasn't
wonder,
like a
you can probably
website.
go to like the Wayback Machine or something and like
Yeah.
find it and see if like the leaderboard is still there or something.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's very true.
Before I came on, I looked at scrolled through my 6,000 posts on HG_fanboy, and I found the Hunger Games hotline, and there's a post like they had like a storyline, right? It was like
Mhm.
you typed in a number or something, and it told you a story of how you survived or how you got killed in the Hunger Games.
What?
That's a core memory. Oh my gosh, you just like unlocked something in the back of my mind. I do remember that.
I called like 3 times a day sometimes because it was just addictive.
Wow, I
How did I
totally
not know
forgot.
about
I totally
this?
forgot about that.
I don't know if it's still like active, but I found a post where I had the number on it, and I was gonna call earlier, but I didn't have time. So maybe afterwards I could call.
Maybe we
see
should
if it's
just
still
call on
active.
here.
Like, let's just call. So many
Yeah.
random answers. Like, is this the Hunger Games hotline?
Probably. I don't know.
You gotta tell me, how do I die in the Hunger Games?
Should we
Yeah,
try
seriously.
it?
I
Should we
kind of want to
I have the
try it.
number. I have my phone right here.
Oh my gosh, can we do it?
Let's go.
I'm
Come
so
on.
excited.
It's just gonna like disconnect.
Yeah.
This phone number is not available.
Rip the Hunger Games. That's how the fandom feels right now, but whatever.
Rip the Hunger Games.
All right, I'm
Does
calling.
it though?
Oh dang it!
No.
No.
Rip.
We
Oh
tried.
man.
That would
Sad
have been so
times.
exciting.
Sad times.
Okay, so someone should start that up again.
For real,
Like,
Emily, you are in charge of creating cubby names and now the phone thing.
why is it always me?
Because you're the most
I
tech
always gotta
savvy
figure out the
woman.
logistics.
Yes.
I'll support you.
Me too, from
I'm
the
a fan.
side.
All right, we're gonna figure it out.
When you first joined Instagram, like what did you want to contribute to the fandom? Like when you first made your fan account, other than hating on President Snow?
I just wanted to be around like people who like the Hunger Games
Mhm.
and like join the community because some of my friends like they thought the Hunger Games was kind of like not cringe but like it's like, oh, you like this, so that's weird. But
Weird.
yeah, that's where the Instagram page is where I found some of my friends. I still talk to them to this day. So
Aw.
like it's been like 7-8 years just knowing each other online for this we tied into the Hunger Games. So yeah. I used to post a lot of text posts from Tumblr and like we created memes from stuff like the movie scenes. Back in the day where like Doge was popular, like the meme Doge was popular. It's like much Katniss very Peta or something like that. So like stuff like that from 2013, 14. That's
Yeah.
like, yeah, I thought it was a comedian back in the day, but yeah.
I'm sure you are, Jerry.
Yeah, you still can be.
I don't know, maybe.
You
Poor
are in the
Tumblr.
fandom.
Everybody always stealing their posts.
Yeah, Tumblr.
Nobody wants
now
to actually
Twitter.
join Tumblr.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I guess like a good question too is like, because you've been in the fandom for pretty much as long as it's existed, you've almost been here a decade. Like, how have you seen the fandom evolve through this time? Because we had the movies and the hype behind that, and the fandom was huge and everyone loved it. And then what was it like after that? And still posting and being active as a Hunger Games account.
Right, yeah, because like when I first started, I didn't go a day without posting. And like my last post from like my most previous post is from June 17th, and it's been like a month. But like, yeah, when I first started, there was a bunch of memes and stuff like that. And then once the movies got around, people started to get more creative with like the fan art. And since like Instagram incorporated video, there was more video like scenes from the movies and fan edits like that too. And so yeah, once the Mockingjay Part 2 came out and the fandom, like I could notice that the fandom was starting to like slow down and everyone was, oh, I'm going to high school, I'm going to college now, I can't deal with fan pages. And like I was still there like, oh, I love the Hunger Games when I'm like 18 and 19, I'm 20, 21 right now, I still post. And like, yeah, it's like nostalgia. Like I can't get rid of it. It's addicting to be on there. Even when I don't post, I just interact with a bunch of people like you guys and watch Instagram lives and comment and like on their posts and stuff. And it's still fun. And with the movie Ballad coming out in the hopefully near future, that gets to bring the fandom back. And yeah, I'm really excited about that.
What was that like? Because I like when Ballad was announced on Instagram,
Oh
because I
man.
was not a
Yeah.
part of that at all. It was just like me posting on Facebook, like my friends and family, like, oh my gosh, and nobody cared. But I wasn't really
So
on like any platforms at that
yeah,
time.
the one thing like I was like, something's gonna happen because the Hunger Games Twitter and Instagram started posting like regularly, and I was like, what are they on about? Like, what are they? Something's happening, and like that's when like I took like a break from Instagram. I was like, let me post. Let me start posting again. And it was Monday. It was a Monday, I remember, because the Big Brother cast for Big Brother 21 came out. It was like,
Yeah.
ooh, the Big Brother cast is out. And then someone DM'd me just like, new Hunger Games, new Hunger Games. I was like, what? New Hunger Games. And I went on Twitter instantly and was like, yeah, ballad song, or not ballad songbirds mistakes, but Panem prequel. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Untitled Panda novel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
That poster with the feather.
Mhm.
I mean, I like the current like cover, but that one's pretty cool too.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, it was like the nostalgia from like 2013, 14, 15 just came back to me. It was like, we're back, baby, we're back.
We back.
We
Yeah,
back. Oh my gosh, that's
I love that. I
awesome.
wish I had been like on Instagram
it was
during that
it was
time.
something. It was something because all of my friends who left their pages, like started a whole group chat, like, guys, there's a new book. We have to do something. We have to do something.
Aw.
And so yeah, it was fun. And it's still fun now. And we're just like in like limbo right now waiting for movie news. And I feel like the fandom will remerge. Once we get the first trailer, it's just gonna go. That's when it's gonna explode, hopefully.
Hmm. I feel like we really have to savor it this time too. Like
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to do. Like even though we're in limbo, it's like, okay, just enjoy this time
right.
before
The calm
the
before the
movie
storm.
happens. And then it's only gonna be one movie, right? So
Yeah.
it's gonna be short-lived, but gonna soak up every minute of it.
And
Just
my
imagine
yeah.
the depression post seeing Ballad for the
Oh
first
man.
Oh
time.
my gosh.
Just leaving the theater being like, okay, so we did it. We
We did
saw
that.
Oh
it.
That's
boy.
done.
Yeah.
Suzanne?
And my
Yeah.
hopes for like
Suzanne?
another movie or another
Mhm.
book has dwindled since like, because at the end of Ballad, it was just like, oh, epilogue, and that's the same as like Mockingjay, and then the end instead of the end at book one.
Mhm.
So after reading Ballad, I'm just like, oh my gosh, I have so many more questions. Please write another book or please do something because like we need like an encyclopedia of everything the Hunger Games.
Yes.
Like Suzanne, just do that, please. Because like I just want to know. I just want to know everything. Like there's so much more we don't know, and I guess that's like what she wants. Because like I don't know what her thought process is, but
Well,
I'm
it's like
just
you were saying. I mean, it said the end at the end of the books, and that's why I'm
yeah.
like, it says the end at the end of Ballad, which is
And
really
I'm like,
disappointing.
oh man.
Because I think that was her signifier that there's nothing coming after
That's
this.
it. Yeah. I mean, yeah, we have to savor it because this might be the end. Dun, dun, dun. But yeah,
But
maybe we don't
I
know, but
mean,
maybe.
the day that we're recording this, at least, um, Lionsgate at least acknowledged that Hunger Games is a thing, which was kind
Yeah,
of exciting. So
Oh, they did.
maybe
I missed that post.
I
on
posted it
Twitter.
on our story. Yeah, they're
Yeah.
like, they asked like a question about like the Hunger Games and what you would do, but I'm just like, so you remember? You remember? So does that mean Ballad's coming or?
Give
I
us
mean, y'all,
something.
the same interns who run the Hunger Games account probably run like part of like Lionsgate account or
Yeah,
something. So
that's true.
Please just give us something. How do you think the fandom will be different this time around? Do you think, like, compared to I mean, like the vibes and the nostalgia of 2012. Oh,
Yeah. Uh, I don't know. Like the fandom's like a lot younger now,
hmm
and so like I'm surprised when I hear like people never seen the movies in theaters. Like what? Because they were so young, and so who knows? It kind of depends on like I was thinking about like if they cast like A-list or whatever star for the movie, that would like bring more people to the fandom, and maybe that'll hype the movie up even more. Probably not more than the original like franchise, but hopefully it could match it. That's what I'm hoping for.
See, that's why I'm like even more on board with our Timothy Chalamet.
Either
yeah, you
that
got it. You got it.
or
You got it.
yeah.
I'm learning. I'm growing.
I
I
listened
love
to
this.
the last episode a few days ago, and some of the picks were pretty interesting, and that's what like I think
Interesting.
like I'd be okay with anyone honestly, but like if they're going that way, it would like one of the main roles would have to be like a Timothy Chalamet or a Zendaya or someone else for Lucy Gray. You know, I don't
hmm
know. I don't know. I'm terrible at casting. I'm terrible at. I don't know anything, but like I'll just
Same.
be happy with anything because we're getting a movie.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
yeah.
So,
I just want it to be as successful as possible. And I
Right.
feel like
yeah.
a big name actor could really like draw people to it.
Right. At
So,
least one.
that's what I think.
So, do you have like a cast picked? Because that's one of our questions for you is
Yeah.
cast us Lucy Gray, cast us Snow, and cast us Sejanus.
I only have like one solidified, and that's for Sejanus. But at the same time, he's kind of old, and he's not. I imagined Sejanus as tall. He's not very tall. Like the actor's not very tall.
Mm.
And I pictured Jordan Fisher. He's a Twitch streamer, and he's also an actor. He was on Disney, uh, Liv and Maddie,
Wait,
and
Yeah, I've seen that fan cast before. I
I
don't know
feel
how I
like he
feel
could play
about
the
that.
part. Like
oh
Sejanus
yeah.
is like I don't know, like soft, like soft boy, and I feel like he could play that part. But at the same time, I don't know. I don't have a pick for Snow or Lucy Gray. I like Cody Fern and also like Lucas Gage, but at the same time, I'd be okay with anybody.
And it's like, who doesn't like Cody Fern,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
I mean, he's like everyone's top pick, and he'd be good for it. But he's like, once again, he's kind of
32?
old. Yeah,
Is he 32?
I think so. That's never happening.
The thing that sucks is the people exclusive drawing or like illustration of
it looks like
Snow
him.
is Cody Fern. Like,
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
so they did not plan it at all.
Right person, wrong time. I mean, just
yeah. By the
oh
way,
Cody Fern.
that art is terrifying.
yes,
It's like his eyes. Oh, I can't look at it for a long time because it's so
it's
terrifying.
sweet. Yeah, I agree.
But
I
yeah, Cody Fern would be a good pick if it was like 10, 15 years ago. But yeah, who knows? They have something in the works. I don't know. I'm not a cast person.
I've seen your YouTube video about going to Atlanta and like
Oh
some of the
yeah,
movie locations. Like, talk about that and like how that experience was.
yeah. That was I took the trip to Atlanta. It's only a 4 hour drive from where I live, and my mom was like, "We need to do something before you go to school." And I was like, "Oh, the Hunger Games was filmed in Atlanta. And we have a bunch of family in Atlanta." And so we spent the whole day traveling to the Swan House, and that's where President Snow's mansion is. And there was like a Capitol tour where we took a tour of the whole the Swan House, and we saw the room where Snow and Plutarch had their meetings at. And in the video, I did the comparison shots of like there's like two mirrors on the wall, and I featured those. And also, I went outside, but I didn't record outside for some reason. I think I gave my cousin my phone. I should have recorded outside because like that's like the main thing. And I also went to the hotel Marriott. I don't know how to pronounce the name, but
Mm-hmm.
with the elevator, and that
I've been
elevator,
there.
it's
Yeah,
like
Holly.
Uh,
the
Holly's been
feeling.
there and she like didn't
I didn't care.
Oh, you didn't
realize
go?
it.
So here's the thing. I don't know if you've heard this story. I went to Atlanta my senior year of high school for like a competition. And the hotel we stayed at was that hotel. And
Oh
I
man,
walk in with my friend. So I was like out of my Hunger Games phase in high school. Like it just
right.
went away. And then it came back in college. But I was like, I saw that elevator and I was like, this looks like it's in Catching Fire. Oh my goodness. And then I looked it up and it was, and I was just like, oh, cool. And then I carried on with my day. I didn't do
You didn't
anything
ride the
about it. And I
elevator.
hate myself every single day for
Holly.
it. I hate myself.
I
The
went up
So,
in,
TikToks you could have made.
oh,
man, for real.
I know. I
But yeah,
know.
the feeling about going in the elevators, like I've never been in like a hotel like that,
Mhm.
and like the only thing I can explain is like being on a roller coaster because like it went up so fast and it dropped so fast. I was like, this is for real. This is surreal. And I yesterday I actually found a video of me recording it, and I'm just freaking out the whole time. I was like, oh my gosh, this is real. This is real. And yeah, it was cool. I didn't go to the any other spots. Maybe next time when I visit Atlanta, I'd go to like where they filmed at the lake.
Mhm.
There's also what else?
Ooh, I want to go to the lake. What?
Yeah, that would be like a bunch of TV shows and movies filmed there. Like The Walking Dead did in their
Yes.
first season, and also at the hotel Loki. I just started Loki today, and their main the TVA is uh featured in or the hotel's featured in that spot.
Oh,
They made it look weird though to me. Like Catching Fire made the hotel look as like itself, but they did too many like special effects on Loki.
yeah.
And yeah. But
I
yeah, it
just
was
Well, I
remember
super
guess
that
cool.
it's good
hotel.
for seeing it for Hunger Games then.
Right.
That it looks like what it did in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it was just like so confusing. Were you confused walking around like the main floor?
Yeah,
Because
because
I
like
kept getting
it's so
lost.
big.
Yes.
I've never been in a hotel like that, so I'm just used to like a lobby and just like the elevator on the side. But
Hmm.
it's like kind of like a mall, like going to a mall, because like you get lost and everything. But
Yeah.
the elevator is kind of in the center though, so I found my way. It's super fun.
Joanna. Oh, I
It
totally
was fun.
understand. That's awesome. And
I need
then
to go to North Carolina though, because that's like where what's it called? Henry something.
Henry River Mill Village.
Yeah,
Did you get, this is my microphone, did you get tickets for this October's event?
I didn't. I didn't because I didn't
See,
know
none
if
of the
I'd be
cool
able to
people are
go.
going. Only
Actually, I
Taylor's
feel like
going.
that's like me and Jerry. That's one of the first conversations that we had after
Yeah,
we were following each other on Instagram. I was like, oh, have you been there? Like, because I really want to go to this thing.
yeah.
And that was like so long before tickets sold out.
I just thought that because I'm going to my senior year of college, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna have time. That's in
Mhm.
like October too. It's like slam in the middle of the semester, so I just like didn't give it a chance. But it would be cool though. But they canceled like last year because of COVID, and
Yeah.
so I feel like a bunch of people would go. I
I'm
don't know.
hoping that they have another one in May.
Right?
And, maybe that could be like graduation trip.
Maybe. Yeah. It'd be cool to go because
Ooh.
there's also like camping there, right? Like
Camping.
camping,
Yeah.
Yeah.
something like that.
Overnight.
One night you can sleep on the ground in a tent.
Hope. Well, I've only
No.
been camping once, and I don't know if I. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. Definitely no from me. But I will go watch it on the big projector
And then go
and
home.
enjoy my time. Yeah, I'll go to a hotel nearby. Sounds perfect.
I'm like, if
It'd be
they don't
cool
have
though.
another one, we'll just rent out the place
Right.
ourselves and we'll
Yes.
watch Catching Fire instead,
Yeah,
which is the
just
best
Catching
movie
Fire.
anyway.
Yes. The audacity though, to say like there aren't any more tickets. I'm like, it's an outdoor
It's an
event.
open
Right.
field.
I don't understand that.
Let us in.
Yes, so rude. But yeah, yesterday my dad was like, I thought you were going in October. And I was like, don't bring it up. Don't bring it up.
It's a sore spot.
It's dead. It's not happening. But something that did happen for you, I want to hear all about your time as a revolution leader for Mockingjay was it part 1 or 2?
Part two.
Part 2. Oh,
It was
I want
I
to hear
was
about
also
this.
like that was also like a surreal moment because like one day I'm just at home eating dinner and I get a DM from the Hunger Games on Instagram. I was like, huh? Am I getting hacked or
Drop
something? Am I
your
getting
food.
scammed? And I was like, so the DM was like, hey, we'd like to reach out. Maybe you can help promote. And I told my mom, I was like, this is for real. And so basically, we just helped with the promotional. We were all considered, there was a bunch of fan accounts that got the opportunity to do it. And we were all just considered as like a news site. So like we got the same information as like the big like Hunger
Whoa.
Games fan sites like Pan Propaganda and like
Down with the
JabbyGames.net.
capital.
Yeah, down with the capital, and also like People Magazine and like all like the big like brands and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And so we just got information like from Lionsgate about like the trailer and where to share it, and oh, we got a new poster, oh, you should share this, and don't share like there was like confidential stuff like we couldn't share at the time. And so yeah, it was pretty cool. Like I felt like what's it called? Imposter syndrome. It's like I'm like a 15-year-old and I'm in like an email list with a bunch of like adults doing the
Then
same
there are like
thing.
fan sites like I was on with like 8 people running the
Yeah,
fan site.
Oh my
Like
god.
all
like,
adults.
The
I don't
power.
belong here.
The
But yeah,
power you
it
held.
was pretty cool. We also got invited to the premieres, but I didn't get to go because I got a babysitting job. I won't get
Mm.
into that, but I kind of got, yeah, like I didn't get paid. So
Are
I
you
couldn't go to
kidding?
New York. I couldn't go to New York. It was still okay to be invited. That's still like a big thing.
Yeah.
Like I still cherish that. And like we got the movie when it came out in DVD, and I was supposed to post my review. Like we were supposed to make a review or something. It's like I don't know what to do. I'm gonna be biased and just say that's the best movie ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was just a cool experience to be like I'm a communications major, so I can just put that on my resume. It's like,
Oh
hey,
yeah, that's so
yeah,
cool.
Sweet.
Did you
I
get the
work.
box, like the Mockingjay
Yeah,
Part 2 promo box?
I did.
Oh my god.
Wait, I'm just realizing how similar we are. Both 21. I was a media
Yeah,
studies major in college, which is like very similar to communication.
I'm
So, oh my
actually
god.
in my
Wow.
I'm actually in my one of the offices right now because I need to get away from home because it's gonna be
Gotcha.
loud. But
Gotcha.
yeah,
That's
communication
awesome.
studies. Yeah, and I graduate in the
So,
spring.
so will you be going to the ballad premiere if possible?
I don't know. That's a
You
good
gotta
question.
go.
I mean, I feel
I
like you'll
hope so.
probably be asked to
Mhm.
promo stuff again,
Even
right?
like even if that doesn't happen, I still want to go because like I'm an adult now and I can spend my own money and do stuff like
Money.
that.
I have
So yeah,
adult money
I
now.
can.
Even me, like I was in college when the premieres and stuff were happening. So I was
Uh,
super happy I made the last one happen.
Mhm.
yeah,
But up until then, I was just a poor college student. So now I'm like, all my money is going to Hunger Games.
like
Yeah.
before, I got I got the books in hardcover for the first time. Like I had Mockingjay in hardcover and the rest in paperback, and like I just got the hardcover. It's like, oh, I'm spending my own money on the Hunger Games. And so yeah,
I just got
hopefully
the Hunger
when
Games hardcover too.
yeah, and so like hopefully when the movie comes out, I can like even like stand in line with a bunch of fans. Like I'm gonna be like a 20-something-year-old in a line with a bunch of like teenagers, but I don't care. This is my Hunger Games.
I'm gonna be the 30-year-old, so y'all,
Ellie's hanging out
it's
with the
fine.
20-year-olds.
Move
You're
aside,
like,
kids.
oh, the fans are so young now.
Yeah, like
You both are so young, also.
I don't feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like my Hunger Games past life when I was little Holly was a whole nother world.
Yeah.
But I mean, I got my Katniss Arena jacket. I've been going to like nearby rivers and creeks, and I'm like, I'm gonna get to role play the Hunger Games like I never got to as a kid.
Make some
We're all,
TikToks, Holly.
Yes.
we're all gonna be like the 30-year-old Harry Potter fans at the premiere.
Yes. We need a Hunger Games world in the US.
Yes. Yes.
Get like raped.
I guess our last like main question is kind of just like, what is the thing that you're most looking forward to in Hunger Games fandom?
I think the first trailer of Ballad, that's gonna be amazing because that's gonna be the first time we see it in full motion. Like I guess the cast too, like we finally get to know like who's gonna be Snow, who's gonna be Lucy Gray, who's gonna be Sejanus, who's gonna be Dr. Gall. If it's not you, Emily, I'm gonna be kind of sad. But but yeah, the trailer especially, and then leading up to like the premiere and like seeing the movie itself, but like the cast news junkets and stuff, that's always been fun to watch. Like I spent days watching Catching Fire interviews, like their rapid fire questions and stuff like that. It's just fun. And also Comic Con. Hopefully they do Comic Con again. Like those interviews and like the panel and stuff. It's just so exciting to think about.
It is. I'm just like getting chills thinking about just all the things that it's like, okay, we get to do this one more time.
Yeah.
Just even the first, like the EW cover that comes
Right.
out that'll show us, the first look at the movie and everything.
We
It's just
all
gonna
will
be
be
amazing.
collecting.
Yes. Multiple copies. Yeah. Oh my gosh.
What about
I
you,
can't
Holly? Like,
wait.
what are you looking forward to?
I have to agree with Jerry. Just like that first look at that trailer. I just want to know what the teaser trailer is going to be.
Right.
I just want to see behind the scenes photos. Like I just want to see the start of the fandom come back.
Right.
So that's just going to be, I know I'm going to wake up and it's going to be like Christmas. And I'm going to call Emily and be like, oh my gosh. I cannot wait. What about you?
We're gonna have to
Emily?
like watch it together or something,
Yes.
like live.
My favorite trailer is actually like the teaser trailer for Mockingjay Part 2, like the one with just the pins transforming. And the reason why is because that's the first time we hear Katniss say her speech in like District 2, turn your weapons to the Capitol. That's like the only thing we got from Mockingjay Part 2 at the moment. And I was like, this is coming to an end. I got like kind of sad because it was just, thinking about it ending was just so sad. But at the same time, it's like we finally get to see it end and see all like not our favorite parts, but like like the parts everyone talks about. Like everyone talks about the epilogue, and everyone talks about the scene with the parachutes and poor Finnick.
Rip.
You can finally get to see that happen. Like, yeah, it's just getting to feel that again with Ballad is going to be really special.
Yeah, I agree 100%.
It just reminds me of the teaser trailer for Hunger Games, like the first movie. I can like just that song is just in my head. Yes, I'm just watching Katniss. What was it? Walk through the arena for the first time. Oh my gosh, so cool.
That one was good, but I mean, the one that hits me the most is the first like full trailer that was on. Was it like GMA?
Yes.
And we had to get up at like 4 a.m. or something ridiculous. And I feel like the Ballad trailer is gonna feel like that.
Yeah.
I hope they do something big.
Big, yeah, better be big. It's what Hunger Games deserves.
Yes.
This marketing team better be like the same people who did Catching Fire, because Catching Fire was everywhere. Subway, like they had car commercials and stuff like that. And with
at
Part
the same
2, they
time,
did Best Buy.
It's not like a franchise though, so I'm a little bit worried that they're not going to go all out because they're not like building anything.
Right.
So that makes me nervous.
I hope they're like, because it has a reputation. The Hunger Games is big, like it has a reputation of being big. So I hope they come with the same energy from the original franchise. But who knows? Hopefully, I have faith.
Hope so too.
In, like, the producers and giving the fans what we want, because like we have the power. I feel like.
Come on, Nina, help us out.
No more passive aggressiveness, please.
At Lionsgate, it makes me feel like they're like almost like casting someone or something, and they know something and just can't say anything because Lionsgate isn't ready to talk about it yet. I don't know.
They're just torturing us.
Right.
Emily, what
Awesome.
was your favorite part? Because I kind of cut you off from there. Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it's gonna be the trailer too. I mean, that's like such an amazing moment, like for each of the films. Like that's
Right.
always the thing that has the most anticipation. So I'd agree, like the trailer coming out, and then actually I'm excited to do an episode where we dissect the trailer
Yes.
in full, like second by second. That's
Yeah.
what I can't wait
Click,
for.
click, 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 click,
Like,
click.
this is from this
Frame by
chapter. This
frame.
is from here.
Frame by frame, yes.
Oh my gosh. That episode will be probably 5.5 hours long.
Part
listen,
one,
every
part two,
second.
part three. The first 30 seconds.
Yeah. I can't wait. And I just want to thank you for everything that you do for the fandom, Jerry. You're awesome. You are so inspiring. Everything you do, and the fact that you've stuck in the fandom as
And
like
being
growing
so
up.
like welcoming and
Yes.
like warm and like just like nice to people like you were to us. I mean,
Yeah.
we felt so welcome in the fandom when we first started this podcast. So that was awesome.
Thank you. And I'm thankful for you guys because like when you guys did your ballad live streams on Monday, it's just like gives me something to do at night, on Monday nights. I can't wait for the Hunger Games ones and the other books too. And so yeah, thank you guys for doing this podcast. And you guys built your own community of like people to interact with, and I just can't wait to see what you guys do in the future. And I can't wait to see it grow.
Thanks, Jerry.
I'm gonna cry. Oh, well, thanks,
I mean,
Jerry.
on that note, if you want to join our little Hunger Games community, follow us on social media.
But also,
Into the Arena podcast.
Make sure you follow Jerry too, if you're not already, for whatever reason.
I mean, like, who listens to this podcast and isn't already following Jerry?
Yeah. We'll be linking all of their stuff down below, so please go check his account out.
Thank you guys.
And until the next 2 weeks, yeah, we don't have anything to talk about. There's no ballad. There's no Monday nights, but
we're taking a little break from stuff. So
yeah, we'll see you soon, everyone.